Hi, I'm Yannick from Salbers Natural Ointments from Berlin. We're a natural cosmetics business, local, and we're in a small team with my partner Armand.
Hello, I'm Armand, or Armani from Salbers Natural Ointments. Here a little startup in Berlin of natural cosmetics, and I'm here with my awesome partner Yannick.
We came here 2 years, 3 years ago.
2, 3 years ago now. Yeah. I'm from the States. I'm from Florida. I studied abroad here about like 5 years ago, and I just like super fell in love with Berlin, its green sustainability side, and also its like queer community. Then I met Yannick here in Berlin. Actually, a parade for like a
Yeah,
kind of like a mini pride.
it was about violence against LGBTQ members in the middle of the city, in the middle of Berlin. And yeah, we actually wanted to make an impact on that and fight against it. So that's the first time we met each other and fell in love, friendship-wise. And yeah, we love Berlin. We visit a lot of locations here, and we fell in love with nature cosmetics right away.
And the Pride thing that you did, was it one of the anti-Pride, or they have these ones that are slightly different like the one that happens in Kreuzberg? Was it that one?
No, it was an actual. So there was like 2 or 3 attacks on trans and LGBT youth, or just people, and where was it?
It was kind of
Off
like
the
street
ring bomb,
bullying.
yeah.
Street bullying. They beat her into a hospital, and
so,
it was kind of very severe. And it was not the first time that this happened near Schönhauser Allee, I think.
Yeah. And so, in response of that, they had like a march, and we ended up meeting there. Yeah.
You moved 5 years ago, and when did you move to Berlin?
I
also?
moved 2016.
5 years
I
ago?
came to Berlin. Exactly. Already 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I came here for continuing my studies actually, but also because of friends and family that already been here. So I already fell in love with the city and the cultural side of it, and the people for sure, and communities you can find here.
And did you study in the cosmetics field?
So I'm a studied engineer, so I'm very much into processes, very much into inspecting, trying, and automation systems. So I studied electrical engineering in my first studies, finished that with the Siemens AG actually, which is a big international international business. So it's very much different from what we're doing here. But I'm very much into actually trying out and doing research. Very like university would do it, and yeah. So we're going our own way.
And
For you?
I actually studied for my bachelor's business and merchandising and a little bit of branding was like another master I was starting to get into. But now I'm gonna more try for like a sustainability master.
Okay.
And that was before we even like created this. It was already kind of like in my like field of vision of like knowing to start something.
Right.
But it was like what to start, because also fashion is very like it weighs down on the world unless you're like completely recycle or upcycling all that you're creating. It's kind of hard, so we were like, what's something we can create, and something that's from Berlin, for Berlin, and yeah.
And
that's
also
like-
alternative,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like something that already is there, but obviously has bad impacts on society, environment, and so more. And we're very much into the local idea of building communities, being local, being handmade. And yeah, we came down to a lot of research towards nature cosmetic, and that actually natural oils can help you so much with a lot of problems in skin and hair problems.
So you use natural honeybee wax, right?
Exactly.
And
From
I think
Berlin.
From Berlin.
from Berlin.
And where do you source it from?
So that's a very good question. So we're all local. We're also trying as far as possible. With the beeswax, it was right next door. We found a local store that is only bio products and sourced locally. So we found this bio beeswax from Brandenburg, Berlin.
Okay, nice.
So it's actually also the procedure they're gaining the beeswax is super innovative. So they have like sun collectors and melt the wax down. So there's not even like extra energy going into this. It's like only sun and nature and bees producing it, and it's local. So it was the perfect choice.
There's a big misconception about what is right for the skin.
I think there are so many problems and mistakes, like there are skin types even. Yeah. So I think definitely talk to your doctors when you have severe problems. You should never skip that step, but also give yourself time to explore what is out there, and never do things set in stone. Like I can work with oily products can be as wrong as every other statement. So you should definitely check on natural oils for sure, because they're so beneficial to a lot of problems. They can even deal with oily skin because they can balance your skin. So actually less oil gets produced. So that's actually what you want in the end.
So let's speak a little bit more to that. So from what I understand, that people think because they have oily skin that they should stay away from oil-based products. So like I've learned that using coconut oil is actually a good thing as opposed to using things that might dry out my skin. So water-based is not necessarily good for oily skin, right?
Actually, almost sometimes can be the opposite, because with a lot of like these like more chemical-based like products that you would end up getting would disbalance the face anyways, and it leads to a lot more of these like chemical addictions, especially around the face with like lip balms. I know a lot of people, I know that's like different from like oily, but a lot of people from the chemical of lip balms get very like addicted to it in a certain pattern, where a lot of just going the more natural route, it can solve it a lot further, a lot better, and with like a lot less trial and error.
Definitely. Honestly, it's not just the question of whether going oily, like with oil products or water-based products. It's more like what is actually in the product. And when you look for natural oil-based solutions, they come with less preservatives. They actually don't need those preservatives because there's no water-based in it. And the water is the actual component that makes living and bacteria and all of this possible in the product. So that's the reason why they would put preservatives into it. So that's not going to happen. Since we're just our product bundle that we're offering to you guys is just oil-based, so we're not working with water, so we don't need any chemicals in there. We would never put them in there. So there's already something you can work with that is not addictive, that is not give you any chemical burns. So that's, I think, people craving for this.